When you're rubbing one body with another body, electrons are transferred from one object to what? Another object. Okay, this process, this type of electricity is been given a name.
Halogen connected carbon sp3, then it's connected to benzene. See all of you, halogen connected. What is this carbon hybridization? Full single bond sp3, see then a benzene ring.
Denominator poles shouldn't be included in the denominator poles. That means the
of concepts in vectors. I've tried to cover maximum number of concepts in the MCQ discussion today. Stay tuned with me, my dears. We are going straight away to the questions. Question number 1. Find the value of P for which the vectors 2i plus pj plus k and minus 4i minus 6j plus 26k are perpendicular. I have added another word along in the question. Orthogonal. Perpendicular, orthogonal means the same. So what is the condition for two vectors to become perpendicular or orthogonal? The dot product is equal to 0. What is the condition for two vectors to become perpendicular? Dot product equal to 0. Yes, my dears, you know how to take the dot product. Simply multiply the corresponding components. 2 times minus 4 plus p times minus 6 plus 1 times 26 equal to 0. Minus 8 minus 6p plus 26 equal to 0. So 6p is equal to 18. P is equal to 3, my dears. Yes. Yes or no? Yes, right answer already started coming from the students. Option A, 3. Option A, 3. Once again, condition for perpendicular vectors. Last time also in the board, one set had a question from perpendicular vectors. But the concept based on perpendicular vectors is very, very important for MCQs. The dot product is 0. Question 2. IJK. It's a system of mutually perpendicular unit vectors. I, J and K. I represents the unit vector corresponding to x-axis, J represents the unit vector corresponding to y-axis, and K represents the unit vector corresponding to z-axis. So now IJK represents a system of mutually perpendicular unit vectors. So remember their dot products. Because they are perpendicular to each other, their dot products are their dot products of different vectors is going to be 0. But the dot product between the same vectors, we have learned a condition in dot product that A dot A is same as magnitude A square. That is, if I take the dot between unit vectors I and I, it's going to be magnitude I squared resulting in 1. So remember, dot of the same unit vectors is 1, but the dot between the different unit vectors is 0. Okay, because they are mutually perpendicular. Now talking about cross, it's difficult to remember the cross concept. So what I usually say is the vicious circle IJK. You take it in this order, I cross J in this order will be K. But J cross K would give me I, and K cross I will give me J. Reverse order, you will get the negative. Okay. But I cross I, J cross J, K cross K. The cross between the same vectors is always 0. Keep this logic in mind. And highly expected MCQ question is this concept, mutually perpendicular vectors. dot between same is 1, but cross between same is 0. Dot between different is 0, but cross between different is the next vector. Okay, now I cross j, my dears, in this expression we can say I cross j dot j plus j cross I dot k. I cross j, k dot j. J cross I, it's reverse. J cross I, it's going to become minus k dot k. What is k dot j? Dot between different vectors is always 0, and dot between same vectors is always 1. So 0 minus 1, your answer is minus 1. My dears, one of the options here is minus 1. Please change option D. It is answer minus 1. Please cross check, my dears. Okay, the answer, yes, right answer already coming from 3 students. Yes, keep it up, my dears. Others also, please start giving answers, my dears. Vectors, very easy concept to give answers. I'm giving you enough time to write the answers down. Okay, so please note down option D, minus 1. Next question. If the vector is equally inclined, another very, very important concept. If I take a system with 3 axes, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, and a vector goes through this system, it always makes an angle with each of the axes, say alpha, beta, and gamma. The angles made with the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. And they're saying that it's equally inclined. Equally inclined means alpha equals beta equals gamma. That implies cosine of alpha equals cosine of beta equals cosine of gamma. So why did you take cosine, sir? Because cosine always gives me the direction cosines L equals M equals N. So I'm just explaining the theory here. L equals M equals N. What's the relation between L and N? L squared plus M squared plus N squared equals 1. But all these are equal. So can I say 3L squared equals 1, L squared equals 1 by 3, L is equal to 1 by root 3. L is equal to 1 by root 3. So please remember this, by heart this. What are the direction cosines of any vector which is equally inclined on all the axes? 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3. So if the vector is equally inclined to the coordinate axis, then what is the value of B? Easy, right? So I minus Bj plus K is a vector, not a unit vector. It's a vector, my dears. So this is direction cosines. So direction cosines are 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3. Then the direction ratios are 1, 1, 1. So please compare 1i, 1k. So minus b equals 1 implies b equals, again, minus 1, option A. Equally inclined, my dears. This is L, M, N. Direction cosines will not give you the vector. Direction cosines will give you the unit vector. Direction cosines will give you the unit vector, but the vector is given by the direction ratios. Many students will write minus 1 by root 3. Many students will write minus 1 by root 3 as the answer. It's a misunderstanding. They did not say it's a unit vector. They simply said it's a vector. So you have to find the direction ratios, and the answer is minus 1. Yes, Magashri, right answer. Yes, Sanjay, right answer. Please keep answering, all of you. The number of answers in the chat box are very less. So please, all of you, come on, get engaged in the session. Start giving answers. It's not a difficult question at all. Okay. Next one. For what value of lambda? The projection of vector I plus lambda j on a second vector I minus j is root 2. My dears, try to understand what is meant by projection. If I have two vectors which are co-initial, let's say this is vector B, and let's say this is vector A. Co-initial, the orthogonal projection, listen very carefully to me, orthogonal projection, that is, you have heard from me today that orthogonal means perpendicular. I can project this vector A orthogonally on vector B. So it will form a new vector along vector B. Only this much, my dears. The projection of A onto B is only this much. This new vector, let me call it as C, is given by A dot B divided by magnitude B squared. A dot B divided by magnitude B squared multiplied with B vector. Okay, A dot B divided by, this is called the projection vector, orthogonal projection vector, and the magnitude of the projection vector is simply the constant A dot B by magnitude B square without the B vector. My dears, note the concept very well. Projection vector, magnitude of the projection vector. It can also be called as orthogonal projection. Orthogonal projection. Now here, find the value of lambda if the projection vector of this on this is root 2. So when they say root 2, they are not talking about the projection vector, but they are talking about the projection magnitude. Projection magnitude, that is A dot B divided by magnitude B squared is equal to root 2. Projection of the first vector onto the second vector is equal to root 2. All of you take the dot product, 1 into 1 plus lambda minus 1, lambda into minus 1 divided by magnitude of B, that is 1 squared minus 1 squared square root, but it's being squared, so I can remove the square root, is equal to root 2. Okay, clear all of you? Oh, 1 minute, I made a small mistake in the formula here. It's not B squared here, my dears, it is just B. My bad, please note it. When you say the magnitude, it's not B squared, it's simply B. Okay, so in that case, please change the formula here as well. It's not B squared, so the square root will come. So 1 minus lambda divided by root 2 is equal to root 2. So 1 minus lambda equal to 2. So that implies lambda is equal to 1 minus 2 equal to minus 1. Again, option A, minus 1. Remember, once again, the small change, when you say magnitude, it's A dot B by magnitude B, no B squared. But when you say vector, it's A dot B by magnitude B squared into B vector. Magnitude B squared multiplied with B vector. Hope everyone is clear. Check the option once again. Option A, minus 1. A and B are two non-zero vectors such that the projection of A on B, this again projection of A on B is given as a numerical value. So definitely it's not a projection vector they are talking about, it's a magnitude of the projection vector. So what is the magnitude of the projection vector? A dot B divided by magnitude B, and that is equal to 0. That is clearly A dot B equal to 0. See, remember, normally when somebody sees A dot B equal to 0, immediately they conclude that A is perpendicular to B. But it's not always true, okay? A dot B equal to 0 could have two cases. Yes, first definitely A perpendicular to B. Second, sometimes what would happen if A equal to 0 or B equal to 0, then also dot product is 0, right? Yes, so please tell me, my dear students, why would I reject this case? I will reject this case in this question because they clearly said non-zero vectors. Non-zero vectors, my dears. So what is the only thing we can conclude when A dot B equal to 0 in this case? A is perpendicular to B. Question is, what is the angle between A and B? Come on, answers coming up. Very good. Option A, pi by 2. Very good, all of you. Magashri, Sanjay, and Kumar. Yes, your answers are all right. Yes, it's pi by 2. The angle between the two vectors is 90 degrees. Okay, all of you. Hope this question is very clear. Yes. Now moving on to the next question, all of you. Read it. Unit vector along PQ vector. Unit vector along the PQ vector, where P and Q are given in terms of coordinates. Can you please tell me how to find PQ vector if I have the coordinates P and Q? It's simply the vector, position vector OQ minus OP. Position vector simply means the coordinates of the point. Position vector is a vector corresponding to the coordinates of a point. That is, coordinates of P, coordinates of Q makes a position vector of P and Q. And PQ vector is simply the vector Q minus vector P, that is 4 minus 2, 2i, 4 minus 1, 3j, and minus 7 plus 1, minus 6k. This is your PQ vector, but they don't want the PQ vector, they want the unit vector along PQ. How to find the unit vector of PQ? It is simply the vector divided by its magnitude. All of you, unit vector is not the same vector. Unit vector is another vector. All of you, those who don't have the basics in vectors, please listen very carefully. Don't misunderstand that unit vector is the same vector. No, unit vector is another vector which is in the same direction of the PQ vector, but magnitude is 1 because it's unit vector. So get the unit vector for this. The magnitude is going to be 2 squared plus 3 squared plus negative 6 squared under the root. Numerator 2i 3j minus 6k. 4 plus 9 and 36 is definitely root 49. Answer 7. So 2 by 7 I, 3 by 7 j, minus 6 by 7 k. Option? Yes. Started coming. Very good, Magashri, Sanjay. Yes. Those two students are always giving me the answers. Others are not seen in the chat box. Come on, my dears. Come on, start responding, all of you. All of you, please start responding. Okay, good, good. Keep responding, all of you. Option D, 2i by 7, 3j by 7, minus 6k by 7. Yes, moving on to the next question. The vector in the direction of, going back again, unit vector along. Along means in the direction of. Along means in the direction of. Okay, so this is a unit vector in the direction of. Now here they didn't specify unit vector. They simply said the vector. But my dears, you know only to find a unit vector from the given vector. So first let's find unit vector. But now they want to find a vector not with magnitude 1, because unit vector has magnitude 1. They're asking you to find the vector with magnitude 9. Again, a very, very famous question. Remember, a vector along vector A with magnitude lambda. If you want to find a vector which goes along a vector but with magnitude lambda, you simply got to calculate lambda a cap. What is a cap? Unit vector lambda a by magnitude a. Lambda a by magnitude a. Use that logic. I minus 2j plus 2k. So what's the magnitude of the vector a? So 1 squared, negative 2 squared and 2 squared. Yes, root 9. That is equal to 3. Magnitude is 3. So divide 3 there. So I divided by 3 minus 2 by 3 j plus 2 by 3 k is my unit vector. But along with the unit vector, I must multiply lambda, which is the magnitude. Here the given magnitude is 9. So 9 a cap would be a vector which goes in the direction of that vector, and it will have magnitude 9 because a cap has magnitude 1. So multiply 9, what would you get? You would get 9 into, or 9 by 3, everywhere 3 is common. Yes, so 9 by 3 is going to be 3, right? So 3 into I minus 2j plus 2k. I minus 2j plus 2k, option C. Very good. Only one student was able to give the right answer. Very good, Sanjay. Keep it up, Sanjay. Okay? Okay, all of you. So once again, what is the concept of finding a vector in the same direction of another vector? Just find its unit vector, that's all. But if they ask you for a specific magnitude, you simply multiply that magnitude to the unit vector. Got it? Very important concept. Learn it. Next, position vector of the midpoint of the line segment AB is given. So there is a line segment AB and they are giving me the midpoint has a position vector. Position vector means it is the coordinates of that point itself. So 3, 2, minus 3. My dears, position vector simply means the coordinates of the point. And if the position vector of A, so they are giving me the coordinates of A also, 2, 3, negative 4. Now they want the position vector of B. B is x2, y2, z2. I purposefully calling it as x2, y2, z2. Because if I use midpoint formula, this is xyz, this is x1, y1, z1. If I use the logic of midpoint formula, can I say x is x1 plus x2 by 2? Y is y1 plus y2 by 2. Using that logic, I can directly say that x2 is simply 2x minus x1. y2 is simply 2y minus y1. And z2 is simply 2z minus z1. I can rewrite the midpoint formula to use this logic. And in 3D, my dears, you have a very famous 5-mark question coming to find the image of a point in the line. There also you need midpoint formula. If you want, you can directly learn the coordinates of the image is also going to be like this. 2x minus x1, 2y minus y1, 2z minus z1. Directly you can write. So what's 2x? That's 2x is 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2, that is equal to 4. 2y, 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3, which is equal to 1. 2z, 2z is minus 6 minus plus 4. So 4, 1 and minus 2. 4, 1, minus 2. 4, 1, minus 2. Finished. So what is my B? 4, 1, minus 2. If I write in terms of vector, 4i, 1j, minus 2k. That's option B. Option B. Yes, Magasri. Very good. Right answer, my dear. Okay. So the concept here is nothing related to vectors. It's simply your 3D geometry type question. I could connect it because they said just coordinates of the point. So let's not think in terms of vectors. If you want to think in terms of vectors also, you can do it, but it's easier when you avoid that ijk because they clearly said position vector. Next question. If in a triangle ABC, BA equals 2A, BC equals 3B, then what is AC? Come on, they are bringing in the most famous triangle law of vector addition. I have a triangle ABC. I have a triangle ABC. Okay, they are saying BA, the vector in the direction BA equals 2A. Then BC equals 3B. And they want AC. AC means this direction. All of you, triangle law says that the sum of two vectors in the same order is equal to the third vector in the opposite order. The two vectors going in the same order are BA and AC, BAC. And the vector going in the opposite order is BC. So can I say BA plus AC equals BC? Yes, the law is very simple. This law can be applied everywhere. If I am able to connect two vectors in the same order, then the third vector will be equal to the opposite order. Okay, so BA is given as 2A, BC is given as 3B, and I want to find AC. So AC is going to be what? 3B minus 2A. Option C. Simple answer. 3B minus 2A. Triangle law of vector addition. Yes. I don't see anyone getting the right answer here this time. See, triangle law of vector addition, my dears, please be careful. Please be careful. In same order, two vectors are added. BA, AC, and I want to get BC. So BA plus AC equal to BC. So BA is 2A, BC is 3B. So 2A, and I took 2A to the other side, 3B minus 2A equal to AC. I hope everybody understood. Yes? Okay, good. Next. Ooh. Very, 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 very important property formula coming, my dears. Please listen to this very carefully. This is a question which is trying to link A cross B and A dot B. Please, many of them have a very long method for this, but there is one identity in vectors which is going to connect a cross product with a dot product. The identity goes like this: magnitude of A cross B squared, magnitude of A cross B squared equal to magnitude A squared, magnitude B squared minus A dot B squared. For A dot B, I don't need to say magnitude because A dot B is always a scalar. So very, very important property that connects A cross B with A dot B. Everything in terms of magnitude. Magnitude A cross B squared equal to magnitude A squared, magnitude B squared minus A dot B squared. Here, magnitude A cross B is given. So can I say root 3 squared? And magnitude A, magnitude B, I am taking it as whole squared minus A dot B squared is 9. Minus 3 squared is 9. So can I say this is 3 plus 9 is equal to magnitude A, magnitude B squared. So what is magnitude A, magnitude B? It is root of 12, which is 2 root 3. Magnitude A, magnitude B is root of 12, which is 2 root 3. I want the angle between A and B. Come on, what's the formula that connects the angle between two vectors A and B? The most basic formula, cos theta is equal to A dot B by magnitude A, magnitude B. Now do you understand why I needed magnitude A, magnitude B? Because they didn't give me what is magnitude A, magnitude B. What you guys are going to do is, you're going to use all your energy and effort to simplify these expressions to somehow get magnitude A and magnitude B separately. No need. I just need the product. Okay. So what's A dot B? Negative 3. And what's magnitude A, magnitude B? 2 root 3. So my answer is negative root 3 by 2. Negative. Careful. If it's positive, it's acute. If it's negative, it's the obtuse. So cos theta root 3 by 2 means pi by 6. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Then if it's negative, is the obtuse of pi by 6, which is pi minus pi by 6. What is how to find the obtuse of a given angle? Just do pi minus alpha. Pi minus alpha. So root 3 by 2 for cos 30, it's root 3 by 2. So pi minus pi by 6, which is 5 pi by 6. Option D. Yes, very good. Only one student again. Yes, the second answer also came. Okay, two of them were able to give the answer. Very good, my dears. Because it's very important to remember this context. Many of you will neglect the negative sign. There are possibilities of getting obtuse angles in vectors and 3D. So please make sure how to find or how to understand whether the given answer is going to be an obtuse angle. It's simply the value. If the value is negative, the angle is obtuse. If the value is positive, the angle is acute. Acute angle means just direct value. Obtuse angle means do pi minus alpha. Pi minus alpha. Okay. If it's in degrees, 180 minus alpha. That's all. Next, if the angle between A and B is pi by 3, again they're trying to connect A cross B and A dot B. Find the value of A dot B. Okay, now this time they are giving me the angle. But if I follow cos theta, I will not get it. Because cos theta says cos theta is equal to A dot B by magnitude A magnitude B. I don't have A dot B, which I'm supposed to find. I don't have magnitude A, magnitude B, but we do have a second formula to find angle between two vectors. In terms of sine theta is equal to magnitude of A cross B divided by magnitude A, magnitude B. My dears, we do have theta. We do have magnitude of A cross B. We just need to find magnitude A, magnitude B. All of you, what is the angle between them? Sine pi by 3 is equal to magnitude of A cross B, 3 root 3 divided by magnitude A, magnitude B. So from this, please find what's magnitude A, magnitude B. 3 root 3 by sine 60. Root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2, it's going to cancel. So I got magnitude A, magnitude B is equal to 6. So what's magnitude A, magnitude B? 6. Now I will rely on cos theta because I need A dot B. So cos pi by 3 equals A dot B by magnitude A, magnitude B. Cos pi by 3, 1 by 2. Cos 60, 1 by 2. Magnitude A, magnitude B is going to be 6 is equal to A dot B. So what is my A dot B, my dears? A dot B is equal to 3. Option B, 3. Now please, once again, why do I have to use sine theta here? And why could I not use this relationship? Simply because I don't have A dot B, I don't have magnitude A, magnitude B, I only have magnitude A cross B. So they gave me the angle, so I went after sine theta to get magnitude A, magnitude B. Okay, what is sine theta? Magnitude A, magnitude B, and in the numerator, magnitude of A cross B. Everybody clear? Yes, simple answer. Very good. Okay, now moving on. Next question, the position vectors of 3 consecutive vertices of a parallelogram. It's a very, very interesting question and difficult to solve. Okay, but if you get a simple technique, you know, this same type question is actually from the board question, but the same pattern came this year in JEE Mains. JEE Mains, one question came in the same pattern, my dears. Okay, so what's A? A is going to be 4, 2, negative 6. B is going to be 5, negative 3, 1. C is going to be 12, 4 and 5, and this is D. They want you to find the vertices of D. This question is pretty difficult if you don't have a little bit of common sense about the properties of a parallelogram. A parallelogram definitely has 2 diagonals. And the beauty of these 2 diagonals is they always bisect each other. The diagonals of a parallelogram always bisect each other, and this point O is going to be the midpoint of both the diagonals. So please help me find O. O is the midpoint of AC. Simple logic of midpoint. 4 plus 12 by 2. Next coordinate 2 plus 4 by 2. Next coordinate minus 6 plus 5 by 2. And in this logic, 4 plus 12, 16 by 2, 8. 2 plus 4, 6 by 2, 3. Minus 6 plus 5, minus 1 by 2. I got the midpoint O. Now I am supposed to find D. Let me call it as XYZ. Again, O is the midpoint of BD. So using that logic, can I not say, okay, I got O right, I'll write that for easy concept, go to steps 8, 3, minus 1 by 2. Now, what is 5 plus X by 2? 8. If I take the BD diagonal, 5 plus X by 2 is 8. Solve for X. 16 minus 5, 11. Stop there. I will not go further because the only vector which has 11 as the first coordinate is option C. I stop there. If you want, you find the other two. It will be 9 and minus 2. It will be 9 and minus 2. I stop there because there is no other vector with the first coordinate 11. So, my dears, please note it. If you can think in this logic, it's going to be easy. Otherwise, you will go for parallel vectors, then try to find out the coordinates. You will spoil the entire answer. The concept is very simple. Midpoint. So if 3 vertices of a parallelogram are given, use midpoint concept to find the fourth vertex. Next one. If a vector makes an angle of pi by 4 with the positive axis, x and y, then what is the angle it makes the positive z axis? We already gave this concept before. Alpha is 45. Pi by 4 means 45. Beta is also 45. They want to find gamma. What is the angle made with the third one? And we know that this is going to be L is equal cos 45. M is equal to cos 45. We don't know what is N, which is cos gamma. Property says L squared plus M squared plus N squared equals 1. L squared cos squared 45, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2 squared. Again M squared 1 by 2 plus N squared equals 1. So N squared equals 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1, 0. So I got cos gamma equal to 0. Cos squared gamma, but cos gamma also 0. That implies when does you have an acute angle to make cos gamma 0? Tell the angle please. Yes, Sanjay, right answer. Very good. The angle is pi by 2. The angle is option C, pi by 2. Very good, all of you. So the logic is very simple. The angle made by a vector with the 3 coordinates. We have the same concept in 3D geometry also, my dears. What is that concept? It connects with the direction cosines and the powerful property L squared plus M squared plus N squared equal to 1. Please always, this is a very, very highly expected question based on this property because it is existing in both the chapters. So probability of this question is going to be very, very high, and assertion reason is also anticipated from the same context. Assertion reason is also anticipated from the same context. Okay, if theta is the angle between two vectors A and B, and A dot B greater than or equal to 0 when theta lies between what? Simple. Cos theta says I am A dot B divided by magnitude A, magnitude B. Magnitude of two non-zero vectors are always greater than 0. It would be. Okay. Then they gave me that A dot B is also greater than or equal to 0. From this logic, can I also assume that cos theta is greater than or equal to 0? Because A dot B greater than or equal to 0, magnitude definitely greater than 0. So cos theta is greater than or equal to 0. Meaning positive including 0. So which option do you think theta is going to be? Which option do you think theta is going to be? Yes? Come on, my dears. Just think. Is it option A? saying 0 to pi by 2 excluding 0 pi by 2, or 0 to pi by 2 including 0 pi by 2, or 0 to pi which is first quadrant and the second quadrant, 0 to pi including 0 and pi again first and second. We definitely know that it happens only in the first quadrant, right? Where is going to be cos theta positive? In the first quadrant, but because it is greater than or equal to 0, pi by 2 is also included. Yes, pi by 2 is also included, my dears. So it is the first quadrant, 0 to 90 including 0 and 90. Right answer coming. Yes, Adrija, very good. Yes, very good, my dears. Good, good. Keep it up, keep it up. Next, the sine of the angle between two vectors is what? So when normally students see this question, they jump sine theta. Yes, sine theta, sir. So sine theta is equal to magnitude of A cross B divided by magnitude A magnitude B. I would say you would be wasting 2 minutes in your exam hall, because finding A cross B determinant, then finding its magnitude, then magnitude A, magnitude B, everything you have to find. Please, it's waste of time. For us, it's easy with cos theta. Sir, they ask me sine of the angle, then why are you finding cos of the angle? I can find cos theta very quick. A dot B by magnitude A, magnitude B. A dot B dot between the two vectors 3 and 1 is 3. 1 and 1 is 1. And 2 and 2 is 4. Divided by the magnitude of A, 3 squared 9, 1 squared 1, 2 squared 4, 9 plus 1 10, 10 plus 4 14, square root of 14. Magnitude B, 1 plus 1 plus 4, root 6. So the answer is 4 plus 1 5 plus 3 8 divided by root 14 is actually root 2 root 7, root 2 root 3. So I can cancel this and make it 4 by root 21. 4 by root 21 is cos theta. Then what is sin theta? We know the identity from trigonometry, root of 1 minus cos square theta. This is easier rather than finding magnitude of A cross B. Okay, just find this and take this result. Those who want to do it the other way are welcome to do it, no problem. 1 minus cos squared 16 by 21, and that is equal to root of 5 by 21, option A. So I believe doing cos theta and the dot product is far easier than using a determinant method to do A cross B. So use the A cross B method only if you are compulsory to use it. This is not compulsory, it's MCQ. Who cares about what method you use? Okay, next one. Two vectors A and B are collinear. Collinear is also referred as parallelism. Collinearism and parallelism are having the same condition. Two vectors to become parallel, I would want to revise the concept here. If two vectors are parallel to each other, one vector is going to be plus or minus the scalar multiple of the other vector. First vector is the plus or minus parallel, anti-parallel, both plus minus of the other vector. Or in other words, because they are multiples of each other, their corresponding components are proportional. Option B. What is the condition of parallelism, all of you? Yes, Magashri, right answer. Sanjay, right answer. Very good, my dears. Keep it up, all of you. So remember, my dears, condition for parallelism, two major conditions: plus or minus lambda b, a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. Moving on, a unit vector A makes equal but acute angles on the coordinate axis. The projection of the vector A on vector B. My dears, please be careful. This time it is unit vector. Okay, which makes equal but acute angles. Equal. Just now in few questions back we discussed about a vector which is equally inclined on all the axes will have equal direction cosines 1 by root 3. I will only consider the positive because it is acute. So if I use the direction cosines, I can always, I said there very clearly, using direction cosines, we write a cap, the unit vector. So this time it's I plus j plus k by root 3. This is your unit vector which makes equal acute angles with all the coordinate axes. And the projection of this vector onto this. So the projection, they are giving the answer as magnitudes. So projection is going to be A dot B by magnitude B. Take the dot. 5 times 1 is 5 divided by root 3. Okay. 7 times 1 is 7. Minus 1 times 1 is minus 1. Divided by the magnitude of B. What's the magnitude of B? 25 plus 49 plus 1 square root. So 5 plus 7, it's going to be 12 minus 1, 11 by root 3 whole divided by, yes, we are getting 11 here, 25. So 50, 75, 75 is 5 root 3. So I can do this, root 3 combines as 3. So 5 into 3, its answer 11 by 15. Option A, 11 by 15. Careful, this is also a board question. The importance is, they said A cap. Remember, a vector which is equally inclined to the axis I plus j plus k. But a unit vector equally inclined to the axis is I plus j plus k divided by root 3. Very, very famous question from vectors. A vector which is equally inclined on the 3 axis is I plus j plus k. But if it is a unit vector equally inclined on all the 3 axes, is I plus j plus k divided by root 3, my dears. Next one, A dot I is equal to A dot I plus j equal to A dot I plus j plus k equal to 1. Okay, now find what is A. Simple. If you want, you can substitute the options and check. The only option which you can put here, which you can get the answer, is option B. I can directly tell that, but I'm not going to make it that difficult for you. Let me help you out. I'll say A is xi, yj, zk, and we know that if I take the dot product with I dot I with I is 1, I with j, I with k is 0. So I get A dot I equal to x into I dot I, which is x. Okay, now if A dot I is x, using that logic, can you do the next ones? A dot I plus j, that is A dot I plus A dot j. If you do A dot j, what would you get? Simple logic. If you do A dot j, what would you get? If you do the j part, you will get what? X I dot I is xi plus yj plus zk dot I. This is xi plus, oh, this you need not do because we already did that, no? A dot I, we already got the answer as x. Now how to do A dot j? You will get A dot j as y, because very clearly A dot j is going to be y, j dot j, which is going to be y. Now if I do A dot I plus j plus k, I will get x plus y plus z. Now from this 3 logic, A dot I is x, A dot I plus j is x plus y, A dot I plus j plus k is x plus y plus z. Can you please look at the 4 options and conclude which is going to be the best answer here? Can I say this? Yes, A dot, if A is I plus j plus k, I dot I is 1. If A is I plus j into I plus j plus k, it's 2. So it's again 1, 1, 1, because the right hand side 1 is going to cancel. So answer is I plus j plus k. Next, the position vector of the point which divides the join of 2a minus 3b and a plus b in the ratio 3:1. Simple concept, my dears. Something which divides in the ratio 3:1. Something which divides in the ratio 3:1, and this is the vector 2a minus 3b, and this is the vector a plus b. Section formula in vectors. This is m, this is n. So multiply the first vector with the second section, that is 2a minus 3b into 1. Second with a plus b divided by m plus n. M plus n is 3 plus 1. Section formula, my dears, very simple. mb plus n a by m plus n. The first ratio component should be multiplied with the second vector. The second ratio component should be multiplied with the first vector. That's how the logic is. Simplify it. 2a plus 3a, 5a, minus 3b plus 3b, 0b, divided by 4, 5a by 4, option D. Again, my dears, please remember, this question is again a repeatedly asked question in boards. One of the other sets, it always is being asked. The section formula in vectors. Okay, so time is closing up, so I'm moving a little bit more faster. Please, now the questions and the properties are repeating, so I can move faster. A is given, B is given, A dot B is given. Yes, direct property, magnitude of A cross B squared, magnitude A squared, magnitude B squared, then A dot B squared. Magnitude A cross B. So A squared 100, B squared 4, and A dot B squared 144. So it's 400 minus 144. The answer is 256. Correct? Then what is magnitude of A cross B? Magnitude of A cross B is the root of 256. Yes. 16 squared is 256. So the root of 256 is 16. Right answer, Sanjay. Yes. Okay. Next one. They say the magnitude of A is 4 and lambda is a value between minus 3 and 2. Then what's the magnitude of lambda A? My dears, when you find magnitude, definitely it's positive. So when I ask you to find what is the range of lambda A, you must consider only the positive value. So it will start from 0. Magnitude is always positive. There is a possibility that magnitude can be 0 also, because lambda can become 0, minus 3 to 2. Lambda can become 0. 0 into any vector is definitely going to give us a vector with magnitude 0. And what is going to be the highest value? Because I only consider positive terms, this minus 3 goes inside the vector and magnitude is going to square minus 3 and comes out as positive. So I can say this is going to be positive 3 into 4, which is 12. 3 into 4, my dears. Remember, 2 into 4 is only 8. The highest value on the positive side is 2 into 4, which is 8. But the highest value on the negative side is minus 3. But because you're calculating magnitude, which automatically squares inside the root, and you can take it out as positive. So positive 3 comes out. 3 into 4, 12. So the range is between 0 to 12. So the magnitude range is between 0 to 12. A very good question. A very good question, my dears. Yes. Next, the number of vectors of unit length perpendicular to A and B. My dears, simple logic. A and B are two vectors. Then A cross B is a vector perpendicular to both A and B. I said A cross B is a vector, means it is just one of the vectors which is perpendicular to both A and B. it doesn't mean that there is only one vector perpendicular to both A and B. I could find n number of vectors perpendicular to both A and B. But these n number of vectors could be both positive direction or negative direction. It could be going up, it could be going down, both positive, negative. So if I consider in this context, how many vectors of unit length? Unit length means magnitude 1. If I make magnitude 1, it's definitely going to be A cross B by magnitude of A cross B. This is the vector which is the unit vector which is perpendicular to both A and B. But I said it could be positive, it could be negative. So lambda is also 1. A cross B by magnitude A cross B gives me a vector of unit magnitude, magnitude 1, but positive, negative, both directions. Option B, 2. Yes, Magashri, right answer. There are two possible vectors of unit length perpendicular to both A and B. Two vectors. Okay, next. In a triangle ABC, D is the midpoint of BC. Again, triangle concept. D is the midpoint of BC. AB equals A and AD equals B. My dears, because D is the midpoint of BC coming from A, remember AD is going to be called as median. We did not come across the concept of median till now. There are a lot of ideas behind median. Median is actually the sum of the two vectors AB plus AC. Here median starts from A. So the vectors AB, AC, which also start from A, the two sides divided by 2 is the median of the triangle ABC. If I find its magnitude, I will get the length of the median. Now here in this case, I don't need the length, I need only vectors. So I can say AB plus AC by 2 equals AD. AB is A, AC I don't know, divided by 2 equals AD is B. So AC equals 2B minus A. AC equals 2B minus A, option C. Yes, AB equals, AC equals 2B minus A, option C. So please, it's a very, very easy relationship. They are just asking you to relate the median vector with the two sides of the triangle. So they gave you the median vector, they gave you one side, they're asking you to find the second side. Just use this relationship. I got the relationship between the second side and the first side and the median vector. Got it, all of you? Yes. Next one. C is the midpoint of AB and P is any point outside AB. I have A, I have B, okay, and C is the midpoint of AB and P is any point outside AB. Then which of the following is true? Can I say PA is equal to PA, okay, is equal to PC, 1 minute, PA equal to PC is equal to PC plus AC. PC plus AC, but C is the midpoint, right? So can I say AC is same as BC? PA equal to PC plus BC. Okay, so now I have PA equal to PC plus BC. Now how can I write BC here? How can I write BC vector? All of you listen to this. I have C as the midpoint of AB, P is any point outside B, so clearly it's obvious that PA equals PC plus AC, where AC is equal to BC because of the midpoint, correct? Now I need to find out what is BC, my dears. I need to find out what is BC. How can I find what is BC? From this vectors, how can I find what is BC? It is clearly PC plus, it's not plus, yeah, it's PC plus, PC minus, my dears, PC minus PB plus 3 times PC. The addition is very clear, not, this is minus PB, not minus PB plus PC. Okay, it is PB, PC minus PB is BC. PC minus PB is BC. So if I take PB to the left side, I get PA plus PB equals 2 PC. Option D. Once again, PA equals PC plus BC. I am trying to see the expressions all talking in terms of P. So I changed BC as PC minus PB. P to C minus P to B is BC. P to C minus P to B. Take PB to the left side. PA plus PB equals 2 times PC. Option D. Next one. A, B are the vectors forming the consecutive sides of a, yes, regular hexagon. A very famous question, my dears. Regular hexagon. A, B, C, D, E and F. Now they say that A and B are 2 sides. So let's say AB is A, BC is B. Now they want CD. My dears, this is the trick here. Remember that this diagonal going from A to D will be always double this side. This is a property which exists between the side of the hexagon and the diagonal. This is 2B, my dears. This is 2B. Now I want to find CD. So can I say the vectors in order AB plus BC plus CD equals AD. AB is A, BC is B, CD I am trying to find out, AD is 2 times B. Remember this trick. The diagonal going across the regular hexagon is 2 times the side opposite to it. Okay, so what is going to be CD? 2B minus B minus A. It's going to be B minus A. CD is equal to B minus A. Option C. Okay, so I wanted to do a few more questions, but we did not get much time today because vectors is always having a lot of concept. Every question a new concept is coming. So anyway, I tried to cover maximum type of questions here. I still got few more, but we have to wind up with the session because already time is up. So please, my dear students, we will be coming back again with another session very soon, and till then, see you. Please prepare. Please watch the video, subscribe to our channel, and see you. Signing off, Brovin sir here. Good night.